Okay, you worked very hard on this paper, and now you're ready to turn it in for an A. But wait, have you checked it? I mean, really checked it? Don't lose points for things you can quickly and easily fix. Review your paper for these 10 things before you turn it in, and make sure you earn every point you can. Thing 1, special instructions. Before anything else, look at the professor's instructions for the assignment and make sure that you're following all the specialized instructions. Maybe there's a specific word or page count. Maybe the paper's a specific kind of paper, like argumentative, compare and contrast, or research. Maybe you even have to answer a specific question. If these aren't right, the paper is already in trouble, so make sure to address these first. Thing 2, formatting. Your professor might have given you a specific style to work with. MLA, APA, Chicago style. Maybe they have other specialized instructions as well. Find them and then make sure your paper matches them. Check the title, the spacing, the heading. Do you need your name and your page number on each page? If you're using outside sources, double check your citations to make sure they fit your style as well. Thing 3, the thesis statement. Now that your paper's finished, reread your thesis. Does it still describe the paper you ended up writing? Maybe you started out thinking you were going to talk about the advantages of social media, but as you wrote it, you realized what you were actually doing is comparing some good things and some bad things. Well, now your thesis needs to reflect that. So make sure that whatever your thesis says, that is exactly what your paper is about. If not, you have to make some changes. And don't forget, unless your professor has requested differently, the thesis is typically the last sentence or two in your introductory paragraph. Thing 4, paragraphs. Look at your whole page. Is it one giant block of continuous text? Look at this one. It is so boring looking, I don't even want to read it. I think I fell asleep a little bit just now. Make sure your paper is properly divided into paragraphs, and make sure those paragraphs are divided so that each paragraph has one main idea. When you're done with one main idea and moving on to another one, start a new paragraph. Thing 5, transitions. Now that we're looking at the individual paragraphs, make sure that you have smooth transitions. Look at the last sentence of one paragraph and the first sentence of the next one. Pretty jarring, right? Make that transition smooth, using signal words if necessary. For contrasting changes, something like this. For transitions that build on the previous paragraph, something like this. There are lots of ways to transition. These aren't the only ones, but they'll get you headed in the right direction. Thing 6, uncommon words. For any words you don't commonly use in conversation, look up the definition to make sure it's the right word for your meaning. Simple mistakes happen. Like if you meant to write weapons are a good deterrent for crime, but instead you wrote weapons are a good detergent for crime. These sentences look almost exactly alike, but they mean completely different things. Criminals do not use weapons to clean their laundry, so this sentence is now nonsense. Double check all those words so all your sentences make sense. Remember, Spellcheck won't pick out a properly spelled word even if it's the wrong one, so it's your job to find them. Thing 7, homonyms and other regularly confused words. This is similar to the uncommon words. Lots of words sound alike or look alike on the page, so you want to double check for these. They're all real words, so they won't necessarily come up on a spell check either, but that doesn't mean they're not wrong, and they can change the meaning of your paper, so double check those. Thing 8, spell check. It's free, it's easy, why haven't you done it? If your file is open, all you have to do is hit F7 and it starts automatically. Don't just rely on looking through your paper for words underlined in red and blue. Make sure to click on the actual full spell check. But remember, if you're using Spellcheck, make sure you always verify that the suggestion they're giving is the right one, the solution that will actually make your sentence correct. They usually are, but even computers occasionally recommend a correction that is different than the point of your sentence, so check to make sure you're not just accepting whatever suggestion they give you without verifying it. Thing 9, quotations. You probably have quotations in your paper, so check them to make sure they're correct. First, check to make sure anything you took from another source is quoted. If you put it in your paper word for word from another source and you don't quote it, then it's plagiarism. And plagiarism will get you in some serious trouble. A quote should look like this. Open quotes at the beginning of the quoted material, and when the quoted material is over, close the quotes without using a comma or a period. Put the in-text citation in parentheses and then a period at the end. And finally, thing 10. Now that you've done all that, crumble your paper and throw it away because we're starting over. No, I'm kidding, calm down. Thing 10 is actually congratulations. You probably saved yourself a few points on your paper. So if you have any questions on the individual suggestions here or you want more details, you can always visit the Communications Center in Building 4 inside the Academic Success Center, room 120. Good luck.